What's up, guys? lulzPIE here, and I am totally in my living room right now. I got a burning fire and everything. It's nice and toasty. It's snowing outside, and I'm going to be answering your guys' questions. And I gotta say, I am extremely disappointed in the lack of questions. So I'm going to answer the couple that I actually got from you guys, and then I'm just going to go through. I found a random list of game-related questions. If you guys have any other questions, ask in the comments. I'll reply. But yeah, let's get started here. So, Ringo, how many times a month do you go grocery shopping? Now, used to be a lot more. I used to go and make small trips, because I live, like, it's a 2-minute drive from my house. It's right up the road, the grocery store. And I would go every couple days and, get fresh produce, trying to eat better and everything. And then, the pandemic hit. So I've been trying to go grocery shopping and getting everything in bulk. I don't know, 2-3 times a month now, as opposed to every other day. I can't wait for things to go back to the way they were. But for now, about 2-3 times a month, maybe a little bit more. Fantastic Fish asks, have you ever farted and followed through? I'm assuming you mean, have I shit myself? Look, everybody has accidents, okay? It's nothing to be ashamed of. You ever hear of a shart? Shit happens, okay? Literally, shit happens. We got Jarbutt. Why, Pie? My question for you is, why not? Gabriel Long says, is this only for members only? Well, you tell me, Gabriel. Is this members only? So, random questions. What is your favorite game of all time? Oh, favorite game of all time. That's the problem. I get asked this one a lot too. So many games popped in my head. It's hard to put a peg in my favorite. I love Metal Gear Solid, the original. Fallout New Vegas is definitely up there. I'd have to say, honestly, my favorite of all time would probably be Diablo 2. That game, I had a lot of good times with that game. A lot of bad times too, but I'd say probably Diablo 2 is my favorite. What's a really popular game everyone seems to love, but you don't like? It'll piss a lot of people off, but The Witcher 3. I didn't buy it when it launched. I never really had any interest in the Witcher series. But, I kept hearing everybody talk about how wonderful it is. It's the best game ever. It looks amazing and all that. So, my downstairs neighbor at my old house, he had it, and he let me borrow it. I loaded it up and started playing. And first off, the opening cinematic was just, like, it was very compressed. And the black background just had like all these gray specks and everything. You could tell they just really compressed the video, and it looked bad. The graphics were okay overall. There was a couple really nice looking areas, but I don't know what it is about it. I just couldn't get into it. I was bored as hell. I just couldn't get into The Witcher. I don't know. What game have you spent the most amount of hours on? Now, that one... Now, you see, the thing is, I do a lot of console gaming, so it's not like Steam that keeps track of it. Oh, man. I would... I'm gonna put it down to my top 3 that I know I definitely have. Fallout New Vegas. My first playthrough I did on that, I had over 400 hours just on that, because I was just exploring everywhere, trying to find everything, every little secret, and then I accidentally ended the game, and you can't keep playing, so... Whoops. World of Warcraft, I played that a lot when it came out. I played a lot of WoW. I had, a couple max level characters. I just couldn't put it down. And then Diablo 2. Diablo 2, I played for about a decade, nonstop. I was always on there. I'd say that one probably is the #1 spot, but I can't say for sure. Have you ever had a crush on a video game character? Well, most people my age would probably say Lara Croft. Yeah, she got tickle bitties. But, I don't know. She really, I don't know. Not my type. I would honestly have to say Meryl from the original Metal Gear Solid. I don't like how she looks in MGS4 though. I don't know. There's just something about Meryl. Probably the bathroom scene where you can see her ass. I don't know, man. That's an odd question. Next, what was the first game you ever remember playing? All right, so I would have to say probably McDonald's Treasure Land on the Sega Genesis. Very odd and trippy game. If you've never played it, I would suggest going and looking it up. It is very trippy. It's just weird. I want to try and get a Sega Genesis emulator going so I can play that again for you guys. It is nuts. It is nuts. But that's the first game I actually learned how to beat too. I could actually beat it without taking any damage. It was awesome. I was a beast at that game. I could speedrun that shit. Not anymore because it's been like, 25 years since I played it. Have you ever pretended to be sick to get out of something so you could play a game? Yes, not gonna lie. When I was working in restaurant management, I had sick time. So, if I was sick, I could, take a day off and I would get paid for it. Well, I called off work a few times because I very rarely ever actually got sick. But, if I just didn't feel like going to work, or if, I really want to play a game, I'll just call off work. I'm not gonna lie, I probably screwed over a lot of people doing that, but, you gotta keep yourself happy. What game did you last complete? Now, I'm not gonna actually say that. Like I said, I'm working on a bunch of long plays. I just finished a couple games that I'm doing long plays on. I'm not saying anything about them other than that. You guys will see when I start uploading videos. In your opinion, what is the best gaming console? Well, I think I'm going to have to go with the popular opinion on this, but the PS2. The PS2 had just such a huge library of classic games. It was the most successful. The PS2 is just, whenever anybody talks about the best console, that's always what comes up. Now, granted, with its huge library of games comes a bunch of weird games, and just, man, there are a lot of weird games on that console, but definitely the PS2. Are PC gamers really superior to... Are PC gamers really superior to console players? Now, that's a double-edged blade right there, because... two things. If I say yes, then you got all these PC guys like, oh, well, consoles have aim assist and this and that, and, they're easier with FPS games. You can totally use aim assist with controllers. And if I say no, then you're going to get all the PC Master Race people in the comments like, oh, well, mouse and keyboard! So, no comment. Honestly, it comes down to the specific skill of each player. Look, back in the day, I used to be really good with the mouse and keyboard. I played a lot of Soldier of Fortune 2, Double Helix. I played a lot of that. I was really good. I was really good at FPS games with mouse and keyboard. Now, that's been about, 15 years. And I hopped on Warzone and Apex here in the last year, and I was not very good at it. I can't really use mouse and keyboard anymore, but you give me a controller and I can stomp some fools. That being said, you give a controller to somebody who knows mouse and keyboard very well, and they would suck. It's down to your skill set and what you know how to use. Have you ever streamed yourself on Twitch or YouTube? No. What's your opinion on Fortnite? Really? You really want to know that? Next question. Have you ever used a walkthrough? Who hasn't? Has a game's storyline ever made you cry? Now, the only video game series that has made me cry would be the Metal Gear Solid series. First time playing through as a kid, the first game, when it came to Sniper Wolf's death, that definitely made me tear up a little bit. The second game didn't really make me tear up at all. Playing the third game with the boss that pulled at my heartstrings. There's been a few times, yeah. What's your favorite fighting class? Warrior, mage, or rogue, and why? Now that really depends on the game. When it comes to like Diablo, I prefer, you know, sword and shield kind of shit, you know, just going in and bashing everybody's skulls in. When it came to World of Warcraft, I always used the mage. I don't know. I honestly don't know why. Do you prefer multiplayer games or to go solo? Both. You know, you guys know I play a lot of Call of Duty on here, a lot of online games. But at the same time, I really do love myself a really good, you know, solo campaign, story, whatever. You know, it's not always, it's, you can enjoy both. What is the first console you ever owned? Now, Sega Genesis. Alright, I've said it a few times. It's not a secret, you know. I got a Sega Genesis, and I got a PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, so on and so forth. What or who got you into video games in the first place? Well, when I was like, I'm pretty sure I was 4, my dad got me a Sega Genesis, probably to get me out of his hair. I'm not lying. I hope he watches this and he tells me why he got me a Sega in the first place. Like the actual reason. I don't know if he got it just to be nice and to see if I enjoyed it, or, you know, so I could leave him alone, or what, but, you know, I got my Sega, and, you know, rest is history. What is the longest amount of time you have sat playing games non-stop? Well, 24 hours. I've done a few 24-hour streams on here. I do not advise it for anybody. It is not fun. Well, the first, like, you know, 8 hours or so is okay, but after that, you start getting fidgety, you start getting sore. My butt starts getting sore. You know, I gotta pause and get up and move around a lot. And then towards the end, man, you're just sitting here trying to stay awake. I start feeling, the last time I did it, I started feeling sick towards the end. I don't know. If video games didn't exist anymore, what would you do? What would I do if video games didn't exist anymore? Oh, man. Honestly, become a productive member of society? I honestly can't say, like, it's... I need some more on that question. Like, if they just poof disappeared and they existed up to a point, or if, like, they never existed in the first place. I don't know. What is your favorite song from a game? Snake Eater. Yeah, I'm not singing it. Are there any games you're really bad at? Yes. Yes. Well, Battle Royale games, you guys know I'm not a big fan of those. Aside from that, anything with puzzles. I suck with puzzles. I don't think I do. But yeah, that's, I'm sure there are others that I am really bad at that I can't think of at the moment, but yeah. Battle Royale and puzzle games. Have you ever seen somebody get really angry when they lose? Not in person, but my old gaming group, which I miss, by the way, I miss you guys so much if you're watching. You know, we had Bacon Bits, we had KFC, Be Doing Your Mom, and me and Viper. Viper was a rager, okay? And he was the best out of all of us, too. He was a really good Call of Duty player. Anytime we were in a game, you know, I'd be doing my thing, he'd be doing his, he'd have, like, double my KD. If I had a 2, he had a 4 KD. He was great. The thing is, anytime he died, no matter how well he was doing, he would be so pissed. He would start yelling and cussing and shit-talking, and it was... it got to the point where we had to kick him from the group. It doesn't matter how good you are if you're annoying as shit to play with. Is there a game that is considered to be really bad, but is your secret guilty pleasure? Alright, you guys probably know I like Fallout 76. Alright, I enjoyed it. I put a lot of time into that game. Alright, and I had fun. It just, after playing for a while and getting to level 130 something, it got repetitive, and now that they've added a bunch of stuff, changed a bunch of things, I hopped back in, and things were just so different. My character wasn't good anymore. I don't know. I gotta see about getting back in there, though. Would you give up video games for life and receive $500,000 in cash? Or would you refuse the money? That is... Oh, man. Well, if I say refuse the cash, then the missus is gonna kill me. That's a lot of money. That could definitely, help me out. Definitely, help me and my kids out and my family. As much... for life. As much as I would rather play video games for life, I think it'd be more important for me to take the cash. Get invested in something to make more money and try and help my family out. So I would have to say probably take the money, as much as I would hate to. I would probably end up regretting it at some point, but you know. Alright, so that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for coming down and watching. If you guys have any questions, like I said, leave one in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer. Until then, thanks for coming out, guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.